Hi. I just act like you just don't know me because you probably don't. You probably never seen me before ever in my life. But one thing's for certain, I'm Jade.
And I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all. I'm blickety black, blacker than black, I'm black.
You got the melanin popping, you got the hair. Mind you, I do my own hair. I don't know if y'all knew that. I do my own hair. How did I do with the cornrows this time? Not too much, not too much. I'm dead. I love my big lips. I love my brown skin. I love being black. Like you can't tell me that black ain't shit. And the food, like I love me some jollof rice. I'm not gonna say who has the best. This is not a time to disagree. This is not a time for a diaspora war, okay? Everyone's rice is good, all right? But then we also got the Trini food. The Trini. I love me some roti. Give me some curry goat, okay? And that needs to come with a pear jacks or some sorrel, okay? All right, and make it spicy. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I love my roti. And I also love doubles. Oh my gosh, y'all make me hungry. And soul food, come on now. The fried chicken, the baked mac and cheese, the collard greens. And you know I want a diabetic amount of sugar in my sweet tea. Come on, I'm from the South. You know what to do. Give me all that cholesterol. I'll be fine. I'll watch my weight. I'll be fine, okay? But regardless of what's on my plate, I love it. I eat it up. Whole thing devoured. Yes. I love black food. I love black people. I love black culture. Everything is black. If you don't know how or you don't think so, let me tell you, that's what this video is about because it's Black History Month. You need to get with the program. We the best, okay? Like, we the shit, okay? Hi, I'm Jade, and this is my YouTube channel, Jaded, where I talk about underrepresented stories or major stories from an underrepresented lens. Not too much, not too much. And today we're talking about black people. Oh my gosh, I love my people down. We as a community have been consistently shaping American culture and identity. Fashion, sports, science, business. We got authors, poets, and of course, music. In every sector of life, we got you covered. Did you know that your light bulb, you're probably thinking Thomas Edison, but Thomas Edison, yeah, I mean, he did something, but it wasn't really all that. Who you need to know is Louis Howard Latimer, who is a black man who improved the light bulb by changing the filament. That's not the bulb itself, that's the little wire thing in the middle. He made it better and made it more affordable for people to have light in their houses. I mean, you can say Thomas Edison invented the light bulb, but who really put it to the people? Who really gave it to the people though? It was a black man. Okay, next one. If you have a car, it would be really dangerous if there wasn't traffic lights, right? If you didn't know when to go and stop, we would have so many car accidents. You know who created the traffic light? Let me hear it. A black person. It was Garrett Morgan. He patented it and now we can drive safely. You're welcome. And do you know the first female self-made millionaire in America was who? It was a black woman, Madam C.J. Walker. She had her line of hair products that really revolutionized the economy in a way that supported black women, and she created a beauty empire. And that's how she was recognized as the first female self-made millionaire. Not the first black, the first female, period. That means out of everybody. Yes, there's people who was like the first black person to do something, but there's also things we did that we were just the first, period, okay? Because it don't even matter. We just be tripping in excellence, okay? You can't stop us. You know what I love about us for real is that we do all of this despite the hindrances and circumstances that we face every day. every day. The last video I did about ICE, I was hearing people on social media talking about, oh my gosh, unprecedented times, people disappearing, police officers doing this to people. Y'all, that's my Monday. That's my regular shemegular. What are you talking about? We deal with this all the time, and we still stay resilient. And yet people still have the nerve to say we lazy and we ain't do shit. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? We literally built early America's economy through slavery. So from the jump, we have not been lazy. We could have not been lazy. So what's up with that? And even till now, we are creating Black generational wealth, which I'm so happy about. Don't worry, I'm gonna be one of them too. I'm trying to create wealth. I'm not trying to be rich, I'm trying to be wealthy. I'm trying to give back, not only for my family, but for generations to come. How are we lazy? I don't get that. And even up till now, like, am I lazy? Cause I'm going to school, I'm getting a degree. You calling me lazy? Cause now we gotta This is what y'all like to do. This is what y'all like to do. Y'all like to play in my face. Don't do that. Don't do that. We don't do that here. Okay? Anyways, who are my Black role models, you know? Who do I look up to? When I was younger, I was really interested in space. I was just blown away by the amount of stars in the sky. I would go to my backyard and I would lay a blanket down and just look up to the sky. I feel like I was just one in a million. And I don't know, that was just kind of a crazy, scary, but cool feeling when I was younger. I had a telescope too, which I didn't really know how to use, but it was really cool to know that there could be life out there. There's just so many things we don't know. So I was into Mae Jemison a lot. She's incredible, and I wanted to go into the field of space exploration. Then I watched Hidden Figures, an amazing movie the first time I watched it, right? We have a great cast of people, and it was so poignant to really show the struggle of being a Black woman in NASA, but then the resilience of them really making a name for themselves for Black women in STEM. Women in STEM. But then I watched that same movie a couple of years later, and wheels started turning. I was like, wait, how much work do I have to do in order to become an astronaut? Because the math ain't mathin'. Why I gotta get a PhD? Pause for a second, because I don't really like school as much. I do well in school. I don't really like school anymore. I used to, but I don't like lectures. I don't care for office hours. I just want to make a bag. Is that too much to ask for? So you're telling me I have to get a PhD. Then I have to still probably work an entry-level job, not gonna lie, to work my way up. Even if I don't have to do all of that, most likely I will, because I did not join the military, because NASA is part of the government. It's part of the sector, you know? So if you don't find a way through military access, it's harder for just a regular citizen to then get into the same field of work and become an astronaut. So I'm thinking, it's all that, and I'm Black, and I don't know if you know, but they're not too kosher, especially lately, of Black women and stuff. That's not to say I'm trying to tell other people not to do it. This is for me personally, because mind you, I also have a fear of falling from heights. So in accumulation, I don't think this is the right fit for me. You know, that's the thought I had at one point. This is not gonna work out. So now I kind of want to stay grounded. And what I could do while here on Earth is to storytell and to consider what is put out in the media about us and our culture, and to make sure the stories are as authentic as they can be. And that's what I do today. So I look up to Jordan Peele, Bell Hooks, Zora Neale Hurston. Oh my gosh. I remember taking an ethnography class and understanding how Zora Neale Hurston went about her life getting to know people and understanding their joys and their struggles day to day. I'm into the mundane, low-key. I don't think the mundane is boring. I think the mundane, there's joys and struggles throughout each part of your life. It doesn't have to be a highlight reel. That really piqued my interest in wanting to tell my own stories or to try to uplift other people's stories through their voice, centering the right people with the right content. I also love music. I actually have vinyl with me. I've been collecting, and first off, we have MJ, of course. Actually, Off the Wall is such an underrated song, I feel. I love that song. I love also a lot of other Michael Jackson. I actually remember my first performance at my church was Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson. And that was the first song I memorized every single lyric, and the choreography I had was so cute. So this was really my gateway to music overall, but clearly Black music. And then I listened to a lot of Janelle Monáe. Mind you, when I went to a concert for Janelle Monáe, I knew every single song she performed. I love that girl down. And that's actually a vinyl I would want next. But so far I have MJ, we have Damn, like Kendrick Lamar. I was thinking about getting GNX, but you know, you gotta get this one first. Like this was a must. And then what else we got? We got MF Doom. You see, because I love me some hip hop a lot. Who doesn't? I mean, I think it speaks for itself. And oh my gosh, talking about hip hop, if we're talking about right now, I mean, okay, like I love me some Doechii. Oh my gosh, I'm also from Florida. I love her sound, the way that she was brought up from YouTube. She is definitely an inspiration of what I'm doing right now. So shout out to Doechii. And I know they be trying to put your name down. We know you were doing the hard work, okay? It took years in the making, okay? And I'm glad that my girl's doing well now. Like, she deserves it. So I'm trying to get more in my vinyl. Not too much. But like I said, I would love me some Janelle Monáe. Stevie Wonder would be a great album to get next. Beyonce, particularly 4, because I love Renaissance and the other albums. But again, if we're trying to build a collection from the start, the foundation, 4 was really that girl. I really like that album down, you know. And another person I would like vinyl for next is Megan Thee Stallion. That's my, like, come on now. I don't even think there needs to be. And I would even love to work for you, Megan. If you could hear me right now, I need a job. Please. I would help with your marketing, your branding, your storytelling. I love the way you do your music videos, especially, girl. Holla at a sister, please. Anyways, yeah, those are my pillars of Blackness, if you will. Is that even a thing? Those are the people, the things I resonate with a lot. I just love being Black. There's nothing else to say. Happy Black History Month. I love you all down. I love everyone in the diaspora, on my Caribbean. Let me get my Trini flag. Let me get my flag real quick. Big Trini. Not the little one. I'm still waiting for the command strips. Not too much. Y'all thought, oh, this wasn't on your wall or nothing. It's about to be. I've always been proud to be a Trini, okay? I love my people down. Happy Black History Month, everyone. I love you guys, everyone from the diaspora. And, you know, maybe a couple others outside, but hey, let's all come in. And just have a good old time. It's 2026, you know, starting out kind of crazy, but it's a time to also celebrate. Also self-care. If anything, watch out for yourself. take care of yourself. You deserve it, okay? That's what you should do, all right? I love you guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. Where I tell underrepresented stories, or I don't know how I said that. Wait, low-key, I need to like low-key look back. Not me referring to my own YouTube video as I'm making a YouTube video. View my channel. Wait, what did I say?
Jade, and this is my YouTube channel, Jaded. This is where I talk about underrepresented stories or major stories from an underrepresented.
Okay. Hi. Okay, I'm done. I think that's it. I think that's giving it. Okay. I'm trying to do like a thumbnail. To do thumbnail. Okay. I think that's it.